You know, I read recently that the unintended consequence of publishing the price of procedures, medical procedures, is that people actually don't go for the cheaper ones. They go for the more expensive ones because psychologically they seem more promising. So I wonder, you know, there's...
Well,
go ahead.
Actually, we've gotten some reports from other states, and I was kind of surprised at how price transparency, which we're trying to deal with on a number of fronts, including pharmaceuticals and procedures. I mean, it doesn't necessarily, it's important, it doesn't necessarily impact Medicaid as much and the state budget, but for the rest of Vermonters who are not on these programs, it's important that they know what they're paying and whether they can get a colonoscopy at one hospital for a certain price versus another, bad example. But we learned that in California that about 17%, I think was the figure, of people actually made their decision based upon price to go to the lower price. I hadn't heard the fact that people were actually trying to pay more because they think it's better quality. But pricing and transparency is important in terms of holding down healthcare costs, I think. And also, one hospital or the other can learn from each other as to what their competition is and what. And maybe we had some testimony from the University Medical Center. It sounds like they're really trying to get at things, but they're trying to learn information as to where they're outliers compared to other hospitals in the state and outside the state.
And I don't know where the specific information you're describing comes from, but there are initiatives mostly run by insurance companies in other states. Blue Cross Blue Shield, it's called Anthem Blue Cross in New Hampshire, has basically a phone line where you are a policyholder of Anthem, you call up and say, here's the procedure I need. They say, well, where do you live? You tell them you live in Burlington. They say, okay, well, you've got three options. One of them costs $5,000, one costs $3,000, one costs $1,000. The quality of the $1,000 and the $3,000 are the exact same as the $5,000. If you'll go to the $1,000, we'll give you $200 cash. And it's working. So people need to know that it's not just the price, but that the quality is also equivalent. I think that's the key piece. And right now, Vermont is very good at trying to measure quality indicators. It's very poor at the cost implications.